Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Garage Gym and Home Gym Equipment. Today we're going over the Complete Upper Body Bar by Resistance and Rotation. It's called the CUBB bar. This is their modular, their biggest, their baddest, the most inclusive bar that they have. So all the things you see here, we're going to go over it, and then we're going to show you a few exercises. So this modular version comes with the two rotating handles. So you have, right, the rotating handles so that whatever position you're doing, whatever exercise you have that rotate, the resistance and rotation, by those green pegs are how we're going to connect these bands, but we're going to get to that. So these can be customizable. So we have two different centerpieces. We have a short piece, so that way your grip is going to be a little bit closer, and then we're going to have a wider piece, so it's just going to make the bar a lot longer, better for benching. There are also end pieces where we can put weights on these. So we attach these at the end. This one spins, so you can have that luxury of the spinning collars. And then with these, this is going to help it be rackable, so you could put it on a squat rack or a bench. And then we have these smaller collars, so if you want to do like bicep curls, tricep extensions, anything like that. So there's lots of things going on here, but that makes it more customizable for you. So let's put it together and go over some of the things. So also on the outside, there's these protective clips. We're going to take them off, so that way we can connect whichever end piece that we want. There's also this in the middle. This is the cable attachment. So whatever collar you use in the middle, it's got a dent and indentation. So you can also use this for your cable attachments. They've thought of everything. So we're going to put this small one in. You're going to insert it and then twist it. And you'll see if you twist it one way, it'll say it locks it in, and then the other way is unlock. And then we'll slide in the other end. And then we'll lock it in, the button clicks out, and there we have the first piece. So now that we have this, we have to decide, okay, do we want to be able to rack this? I'll need the longer extension pieces, or do we want to be able to do just standard smaller things, kind of like an easy bar? So let's just do the whole thing. I'm going to make it the big bad mamma jamma that it can be. So with this smaller insert in the middle, from the middle of one handle to the middle of the other, it's going to be 17 inches. If I were to use this one, I'm making it 25 inches total. So that's kind of where you see on their website the 17 inches from middle of the grip, or 25 inches. Let's add the end pieces, stick it on, stick it and twist it. There we go, twist it, pops out. So I'm going to bring this up on the rack, and then I'll show you how to add the bands. How cool is that? Okay, so I have it in my rack. As you can see, this side with the pegs is where we're going to attach the resistance band. If I rotate it and flip it, it has pegs on this side, so if you want to use it on the ground for push-ups or anything like that, then it's not just sitting flush on the ground, it's elevated for, like, you know, kind of like the push-up rotational exercises. So I'm going to first demonstrate a barbell row, where we're going to start with a neutral grip, and then I'm going to add some supination. So I'm going to turn my palms up to really engage the lats at the very end. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I have it already set up in the vertical position opposed to all the other positions. I'm using the lightest band because that's where I'm at. Connect it through, guide it through. Easy, right? It stays on. It's pretty secure. So what I'm going to do, right, take it off the rack, and I assume a good bent over row position, plug those shoulders back, and as I drive up, that band is going to lengthen, which allows me to really get a good lat workout, fully extend on the way back. Coming up all the way my belly button, big hard squeeze, lats engaged, and then coming all the way down. Even recruits your biceps when you're doing that rotation out. Everything's fired up. I'm already breaking a sweat. It feels really good. It adds just that extra in the bottom position of that contraction. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, we're going to do shoulders with a little bit of tricep contraction at the top. So again, on this one, I'm gonna start with a neutral grip, palms facing inside each other. And so here, my front delts are already loaded. As I push up, I'm gonna rotate my palms against that resistance out, which that last little bit, lighten up those triceps, and let it come down in front. Frontal presses like this are also really good for people who have shoulder restriction or maybe shoulder pain that can't work out in, let's just say, doing a standard press like this doesn't work for you. Working here is going to be a good modification so that you can still do heavy presses without taxing any of that shoulder pain that you might have. And this is really going to blast your shoulders and triceps. Ooh, all right, let's do some chest. Let's do some bench, bro. All right, so I'm starting here with my hand position a little bit off neutral. And as I drive it up, I'm rotating out and just really squeezing my chest together. And as I come out, you can see the band is elongating, which means it's adding resistance. Another cool thing you can do with this is you can keep it loaded here in this position. You can see the band's adding tension. I pop out some reps, and then maybe I switch to a tricep press, and now the band is offering tension in that position, and I can superset a bicep and a tricep. Or I mean a chest and a tricep. So I'm benching, and then I'm pressing, and then your upper body is gonna be lit. Let's try some biceps. All right, lastly, we're gonna finish with some biceps. We're gonna switch out to these smaller plate loadable end pieces. And again, I do wanna say that I'm keeping the shorter middle piece on through all my exercises since my shoulder girdle, my width is much smaller framed. But if you're a male and you have those broad shoulders, those broad chests, that broad back, you're probably gonna want this wider grip. That's the only reason why I haven't used it, is because it doesn't fit my body, but it'll probably fit yours if you're a bigger guy. So to take these off, you push the little button, you twist it, it pops off. Push the little button, you twist it, it pops off. There we go. There we have it. Now let's put these smaller ones on. Insert it, just kind of like feel for it, and it'll go in once you line it up, and then twist it and it pops. There we go, nice and snug. So now we have it set up for biceps. Let's start. Let's do some biceps. So we're gonna start in the hammer curl on this and then transition and rotate through that resistance into a normal curl. So here we are, my hands are neutral, and as I come up, I'm really adding that rotation. That's spicy. I'm gonna do a couple reps and then I'll turn to the side so you guys can kind of see that bicep. So you can see that band is offering that resistance. I'm pulling the band, elongating it, really getting that spicy resistance. So from the side view, we're coming up and out. You can see the pump I have going on. We're just doing a few reps, and I already have, I mean, this is offering a lot more activation than just your standard easy bar curl. Ooh. One more. I mean, check out that pump. Just from doing a few, because the bands just add that constant resistance and tension that you're not going to get from a barbell or even dumbbells. So today we went over the big, the bad, the modular system, which you can do rackable. You can have the extension pieces to do your rack stuff. You can have an easy curl kind of bar setup. You can have the baby piece in the middle for your smaller framed or like closer in your body activities. You can add the bigger extension piece in the middle to make it wider. It's completely just kind of up to you what you want to do. You can start with the handles, you know, vertical. You can start with them horizontal. You can put bands wherever you want. It is yours to just play with and decide what works for you and how you want to use it. And I've already covered their cable bar in a previous video, so you can see the link down below to my Instagram where I cover this, where you can clip on resistance bands, or you can do cables at the end if you have like a functional trainer. You have a cable here. You have different kinds of band settings. Options are endless. If you have any other additional questions, please let me know, or any other exercises you'd like to demonstrate, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to leave me a comment and subscribe.